All right. Looks like I'm live. I'm just here to say hi. I got a new mic. I wanted to show it off. This is my new mic. Nobody's really watching, but I assume that eventually you'll all catch up. Um, I'm gonna pull up a website here. See if it shows. There we go. Live. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right. Look, with the three people that wanted to tune in, I realize this is just kind of out of the blue. Um, Leave me a comment, say hi. Um, I I want to check in first of all because I got this new mic. I want to test it out. I might play a little bit for you if you ask. Nice. Um, but my guess is right now we're all kind of feeling a little burnt out, and um, I want to tell you a story. A story about going to an audition. One time I was at an audition. It was one of the first auditions I ever took. And at this audition, I got washed out like everybody else in the prelims that I knew. And frankly, I didn't know hardly anybody there. But I remember like overhearing a conversation. Perhaps you've heard something like this. Conversation went something like, uh, I'm going to practice William Tell with a metronome like crazy. Okay, this person was like just like every day, all the time. He got washed out like many of the rest of us and just like wondering why, and he came to this conclusion like many of us did. God, I gotta practice with a metronome. And I'm saying this to all you who are probably feeling like, back at school, tired, probably a little burnout, looking forward to your Thanksgiving break, and you're saying, I'm exhausted, I want to rest. And you deserve rest. I'm not saying don't take your rest, but I want you to think about what prevented this person at the audition that I'm telling you about. What prevented them from already doing that? I thought to myself when I heard that, I thought, how did you not know to do that before? I mean, is that your reaction? Like somebody's at an audition, they got washed out just like you did, and perhaps they're saying like, "Man, I'm going to practice with a tuner. Man, I'm going to practice with a metronome." And do you have the same reaction I do now as I did then? Like, how did you not know to do that? Like, is there something that, like, why does it take an audition to know to do that? And so I just want to give you a thought that that person wasn't stupid, and I'm sure that you had a similar aha moment like I did. It takes an audition sometimes to have that moment where you're just like, wow, why did I do that? I should do that. I should do the things that everybody says to do, like practice your arbans and make sure that you sound good all the time and do lots of mock auditions and practice with a metronome, practice with a tuner. Do you need a teacher to tell you that? Do you need to pay top dollar to conservatory, great music school in the country, maybe even, go to a different country? Do you need somebody to tell you to do that? No, you don't. And you're not stupid. You're not dumb for not knowing that. It comes down to, and this is the kicker. It comes down to motivation. Okay? I'm telling you, you can't control talent. Like how much talent you're born with, it's like how tall you're going to grow to. You don't have control over that, but you do have control over doing the work that's necessary. And you're not dumb for not doing the things you didn't know to do. It's a matter of staying motivated. And I want you to think about your motivation to do what's necessary, to practice the right way. That's something you have to guard. Now, as you go home tonight, as you're like traveling, I hope traveling safe to visit family for this, everybody's going on break, right? I want you to think about recharging your batteries, because you having the energy to concentrate, you having the energy to do the things that you already knew you had to do anyway, that's got to come from somewhere. Okay? That's got to come from inside you. You have to guard your motivation. All right? I just want to give you this idea, charge your batteries, Eat your Thanksgiving feast. Say hi to your family and the people that love you and care about you, and use that time to go on a walk, energize, rest, and come back like more motivated to do the things that you knew that you needed to do. More than anything, I find that's what I am strategizing with my students. I like to keep them inspired, and I know many of you are not my student, but I would tell you the same thing. A lot of taking lessons with me is just trying to keep you inspired and thereby motivated to do the things that you know you need to do. Occasionally, I put new ideas in my kids' heads, but for the most part, I'm trying to keep you in touch with staying motivated to do the things that nobody else wants to do. Anyway, this is me checking out my my new microphone. I'm going to dive into the comments here and see if anybody's got anything to say. Rodney Rhodes, it's good to see you. Story time, that's right. Yeah, didn't tell you a story. Kevin. Oh, Iowa. Kevin, that is an interesting spelling your name. Keven. Yeah, that's cool. Wonder where in Iowa you are. Ricardo, hi. Dan, yeah. I'm just trying to help. Yeah. Without any questions, I just wanted to pop on. You know what? If you wouldn't mind, let me know how this sounds. Like I set up this microphone as best I could. It's got a new microphone, and then I really wanted to play a little bit. So I'm really curious if you guys would let me know that it sounds all right. I have a dream that maybe I have enough good ideas that I could start a podcast, and this is basically the sound booth to do it. So this is like, if you wouldn't mind, a little bit of tips for tips. I'm gonna play a little bit, and I'd love it if you tell me if the sound is good enough for live broadcast. I just have to work my mute button here. Also happy to answer any questions for anybody that just happy to pop on. All right, here we go. Yep, wrong one. Does that sound all right? Coming through loud and clear, I hope. There we go. There's comments. Oh, cool. I can see comments in the window. Okay, great. Well, anyways, without any questions, and I guess I haven't really given anybody any. Mic sounds fantastic. Are you using a different camera than usual? Frame rate, yeah, you're right. I have no idea on the frame rate. Thanks for pointing it out, and I assume that it's my camera, frankly. So I can see this like jerky. It's probably doing something like 20 frames a second, and I am sorry about that. I can't really fix that. I'm curious if the sound is good. Thanks, Will. Good to see you. Heritage High School oh yeah, Frisco. Yeah. That was a good hang. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for that shout out. That was a great hang. Max, it sounded too high. Okay, that's a good point. Max, you're right. It did sound like I was close to the mic, and frankly, that's something that I can fool around with. I'm in a sound booth, so it's gonna sound close to the mic no matter what. It's not like I can back up the mic and get some nice room noise. This is a dead space. So I mean, I'll try it. But yeah, the mic is basically in my belt. Let me see what I can do here. If you can be just patient, I'm sure many of you are just like watching on your phone. Hang on just a second. All right, so I backed off the mic just a little bit. It probably would be way too hot to do something like Devalcura or something like that. But yeah, man, I'm looking at this. Yeah, camera is stuttering. Nothing I can do about it. Hang on. Let's see if this is better for mic quality, okay? For playing. A little better, I hope. All right, thanks, Will. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's like it's weird because I know there's a bit of a delay in the camera, and then there's a delay in the comments, and is like kind of dead space. I'll work on figuring out how to get everything figured out. Did it sound like I was far away, Rodney? I'm just curious if this might be a sweet spot. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Dan. I really appreciate that. And Will, thanks for that. I really appreciate you pointing that out. So on the phone, I assume it sucks, and on the on the computer with headphones, I assume it's good. Oh wow, really, Max? Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, all right. So I'm gonna leave that where it is then, and assume those levels are good. That's like dialed in. Hey, you guys are great. Thanks. I really appreciate your help with this. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, listen. You can find me tobyoff.com. Definitely send me a message if you're interested. If you have comments or anything like that, like about like what to do, what you would like to see some podcasts about, like I'm all ears. I have a little bit more time, obviously, as we get into December. It's going to be a kind of a hairy spring, I think, in the BSO. We just got a lot of rep to get through. But I think that this is a really neat way to stay connected to the community. And I do prefer the kind of casual connection with everybody like this. So comments, questions, my ego is not that fragile yet. I mean, be nice, but yet. All right, you guys. I am going to, without any questions, I'm gonna sign off. But I really, really appreciate your help setting all this up. I actually think this mic is working really well, but it's syncing. I'll work on that. All right, friends. Stay safe, stay motivated, stay inspired, love music, practice accordingly. I'll talk to you later.